Part of what makes the Viggen such an iconic aircraft is the look of it. The large delta with canards make it stand out from the crowd. The design of the Viggen was not only for looks, it had a purpose, and years of development were required before even finalizing a design. By 1963, Saab had finalized the aerodynamical design of the aircraft. The Viggen airframe would need to be a light enough material to allow it for short takeoffs, yet strong enough for the stress of being a supersonic aircraft. To achieve this, Saab would roll out a brand new aluminum honeycomb material. A material that had the lightweight benefits of aluminum, yet the strength of steel. This honeycomb would be used in most of the airframe, including the fuselage, wing, and tail section. The Viggen would also use titanium where a stronger material was required around the engine and the firewalls. This choice of light material would make the Viggen a light aircraft for its category. Empty, the Viggen would weigh in at 21,000 pounds. In comparison to other fighters in its class, the US-built F-4 Phantom weighs in at 30,000 pounds. This weight would give the Viggen the advantage needed in order to operate from such small airstrips and would aid in reducing the landing roll. The same honeycomb aluminum was also used in the Viggen's unique delta wing and canards. The choice to use the delta wing was nothing new to Saab, who had previously used the delta hybrid design in the Saab Draken. But Saab were not the first to use the delta, a design that has been used as far back as World War II. Saab took inspiration from aircraft such as the US's Delta Dagger and Delta Dart, as well as the French Mirage designs that made the wing famous. The choice to use a delta wing was an obvious choice for the Viggen. Using a delta wing brought the benefits of low drag, high air speeds, and light but strong construction. The delta design allowed for most control surfaces to be included in the wing and eliminated the need for an elevator on the tail section. The delta wing and canard configuration was unique for the time. While there were earlier developments of the canard, they were by no means the standard. Earlier aircraft explored the idea of the canard. Experimental aircraft such as the Curtiss Wright XP-55 and the XB-70 Valkyrie. Both of these aircrafts were forerunners for the canard and inspired the Saab company to incorporate them into the Viggen. The purpose of the canard was to allow for more control during low speeds and high angle of attack. Being placed forward of the center of gravity, the canard allowed for more control and would disturb the vortex of air and direct air downwards on top of the delta wing behind it. At slow speeds, this would greatly increase the amount of airflow over the upper surface of the delta wing, generating more lift and preventing a stall early. The Viggen would become the first production aircraft to use canards and would lead to a boom in modern-day canard aircraft. To move the Viggen up to Mach 2, Saab would help develop the Volvo RM8 turbofan engine. The engine was built on a modified license-built Pratt & Whitney JT8D, an engine that was being used by US jetliners such as the Boeing 727. The engine was lended to Sweden by the US through the 37th Annex, the plan that allowed the US to give advanced technology to Sweden. Saab and Volvo made modifications to the engine, including the addition of the afterburner and a thrust reverser. With afterburner engaged, the Viggen could produce 28,000 pounds of force and allowed the Viggen to reach speeds of Mach 2.1 at altitude. At the time, it was the largest and most powerful engine used in a single-engine attack aircraft, giving the Viggen a thrust-to-weight ratio of 0.75, beating the Draken in performance. The new engine also incorporated a thrust reverser that could be deployed on touchdown. This drastically reduced the landing roll and allowed the Viggen to land on short runways easily. The thrust reverser worked by extending the blow-in door, which actually deployed behind the engine and would redirect the thrust forward. This new reverser, in combination with the thrust produced by the engine, would actually allow the Viggen to stop and back itself in reverse, as you would in your car. While the engine performed great in the role that the AJS-37 was designed for, it had its fallbacks. At high angles of attack, or during a sustained turn, the Volvo RM8 would suffer compression issues and could easily stall in combat. This issue was addressed for the interceptor variant of the Viggen, the JS-37, and would use a modified version of the engine. The new engine, designated the Volvo RM8B, would incorporate a new fan stage, which eliminated the compressor stalls of the previous engine. Although the RM8B would never be installed in the AJS-37, it served the JS-37 well throughout its lifetime. Well, that's going to conclude day 4 of the Viggen today. I hope you guys stick around for tomorrow. We'll go into day 3 when we start talking about the advanced avionics put inside the Viggen, including the ground radar and advanced computer systems. Hope you guys enjoyed the series so far. I really enjoyed making it for you guys, and I can't wait to get my hands on the Viggen this Friday.